Time now for the Peter Channel New News Report on this Wednesday afternoon, September 28th, 2016. Good afternoon, what are you on? Peter Wiggins out here. 12 new news headlines. Top story at the noontime hour on this Wednesday afternoon is Norwegian Netherlands, where Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 was shot down by a missile fired from a launcher brought into Ukraine from Russia and located in a village held by pro-Russian rebels, international prosecutors said on Wednesday. Just moments after an African-American man was shot and killed by El Cajon police near San Diego, California on Tuesday, his sister was captured in an eyewitness video as she wept and screamed at officers, saying she told authorities her brother was mentally ill. Democrats eye Hillary Clinton's governance after debate with caution. Late one night, a man searches for a 7 in the parking lot. On his hands and knees, he crawls around a bright circle of light created by a street lamp overhead. Wells Fargo scandal gets banks to ask employees what makes them proud to come to work, as critics said it just when addressing the map 2008 financial crisis. The banking industry sought to address the ethics crisis with surveys, town hall meetings, appointments of overseers, and mechanisms for employees with report malfeasance. Warplanes knock out Aleppo hospital as Russian-backed assault intensifies. New Delhi, India, and 3 other South Asian agents stated they will boycott a regional summit that was to be held at Pakistan after New Delhi blamed Islamabad for a terrorist attack on a military base that killed 18 soldiers. Thompson Matthew May posted a threat to the U.S. coast next week. We'll have more of that coming on the Weather segment of Peter Channel News Report. Moscow, Monday's U.S. presidential debate. Hillary Clinton voiced a long-standing suspicion of Vladimir Putin, saying that the Russian president is playing a really tough long game here. Hangzhou, China. Dozens of people were reported missing and at least 20 buildings destroyed after Typhoon Maggie caused a landslide in nation China's Zhejiang province. So, a North Korean teenage map party Jew defected to South Korean coast on July left Hong Kong on Saturday. FBI Director James Comey is passionately defending an integrity investigation into Hillary Clinton's private email setup, arguing that critics are unfair to suggest that agents were biased can come to political pressure. The trial of suspended Alabama Chief Justice Roy Moore began this morning before the court of the judiciary. In Montgomery, the trial pits Moore and his anti-gay marriage stance versus on the real law. New Jersey, a self-described conspirator in George Washington Bridge lane closing case testified Wednesday expected to stay in Republican House and Senate leaders on Wednesday morning were put in the finishing touches on deal with the federal government shutdown fund that the government in the December and leap down to focus on election day. Washington, the UPRC voter daily presidential tracking poll released Wednesday shows that Hillary Clinton with a slim lead over Donald Trump in the first state since the debate. Miami, the U.S. Coast Guard suspended the search of 20 Cuban migrants reported missing after the boat capsized from last week. U.S. stocks traded slightly lower on Wednesday as investors digest commentary from several key Federal Reserve officials while an OPEC meeting overseas concluded. The Evening Standard broke in the news today that Apple's future home in the UK capital will be inside the Battersea Power Station redevelopment zone, a site that played host to many a press launch in recent years, given its spectacular backdrop as Apple moved to a new London campus in 2021. Any taxpayers fund a solution. Deutsche Bank AG troubles will be Chancellor Angela Merkel's downfall, according to the leader of Germany's biggest opposition party. The Securities and Exchange Commission said Wednesday that British Anheuser-Busch and InBev would pay $6 million to settle charges in the main improper payments and Indian government officials and chilled whistleblower. Washington renewed the possibility of a production deal in Algeria offset comments about a delayed market plan to push crude oil process higher early Wednesday. Pork Bowlesby, Papua New Guinea, a company with a strong position in the Asia-Pacific market for liquefied natural gas, said it was waiting for a court decision before merging with ExxonMobil. Moscow, an official at Russian oil company, Russian defense said oil production in the field in the Far East could increase by as much as 20% next year. Rwanda, Angola, at least 4 people dead and 2 are unaccounted for after a helicopter crashed away to an oil platform offshore Angola, Chevron confirmed. Thanks to a new fertilization process, baby has been born with genetic information from 3 adults in the West on fertility scientists are hailing this breakthrough. A boy with a donated mitochondrial DNA is healthy at 5 months old. The spaceship that SpaceX is building to colonize Mars could also take people out into Jupiter's ocean orbit and moon, Europe, and beyond. Company founded and CEO Elon Musk said. The Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora is an international regulatory treaty between 182 member states. Astronomers have spent years patiently trying to explain why zodiac signs are not signs and not like friendly scenes. Fed up with the public's obsession with them. The event. A New York-based company recalled 2 types of smoke examined after routine Food and Drug Administration tests revealed the presence of listeria monocytogenes in 4 drains and cracks in the Florida production facility. Bangkok, Thailand ruled out on the Wednesday Zika the cause of the 2 cases of microcephaly, but is investigating 2 other cases that could be the first link to the Zika in Southeast Asia, a condition that results in the babies being born with small heads. Alexandria, Virginia, former Republican Senator John Warner endorsed Hillary Clinton on Wednesday, calling her prepared to be a world leader in the United States president. Donald Trump speaking to Polish Americans in Chicago. He's praising Poland for paying its fair share to collect defense under NATO. Looking at some local news from the Edinburgh Sun. North Edinburgh police sergeant accuses assaulting 2 police officers, including his girlfriend, in apparent romantic triangle, will appeal as judges ordered that they have no contact with his girlfriend, the police sergeant's lawyer said on Wednesday. Judge Michael Pomerol had issued a no contact order to say David Gould, 48, if he pleaded innocent Tuesday in this court to assault and battery charges related to July 29th incident, and Gould appeared in the court on the summons of the free on his own reconnaissance. The no contact order was sought by a special prosecutor handling the case, but in the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office. Plainville, a massive housing development, believed to be the biggest ever in the Edinburgh area, is being proposed at Haverhill Country Club. The president's debate that was most watched in history might also have been the most mocked. York, Maine, area fishing off the part of the New England coast will be shut down for most of October. The closure began on Sunday and lasts until October 29th. It's a part of the responding and forecasted method that interstate regulators approved early this year. Regulators say in an analysis that samples necessitates the closure of Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Spawn, and Iowa for the most of October. The air stretches from the north side of Cape Cod to southern Maine. No part Rhode Island. Rhode Island County was spared a visitation after public outcry could find a new home in the Massachusetts Zoo. Okay, now take a look at the stocks at 12:07 on this Wednesday afternoon. The Dow down 24.51 points at 18,203.79. SP 500 up down 4.89 at 2155.04. Nasdaq down 12.99 points at 5,292.72. European markets. The DAX up 76.86 at 10,438.34. FTSE up 41.71 at 6,849.38. CAC up 33.77 at 4,432.45. Asia markets. Nikkei down 218.53 points at 16,465.40. Shanghai down 10.05 at 2,098.13. HSI up 473 quarters at 23,619.65. Oil markets. Up 48 cents at 45.15. Brent up 38 cents at 46.55. And natural gas down 82,000 points at 2.914. In the gold markets, down 5.30 points at 1325.10. Silver down 2 cents at 19.145. And copper 0.0115 up at 2.1825. Bonds, US 10 year yield down 8,000 points at 1.548%. 1 10 year down up 2,000 points at 1.45%. And Japanese 10 year yield 2,000 points at 98%. FS bond, European US dollar down 16,000 points at 1.1197. US dollar, Japanese yen up 15 cents at 1.58. And Great Britain US dollar down 3,000 points at 1.2997. Commodities. Wheat 405 3/4 up 1 3/4. Soybean 952 3/4 up 1/4. Corn 3 1/2 down 25. Sugar 23.12 up 10 cents. Coffee 152.30 down $1.40. Cotton 68.94 up 8 down 80 cents. Rough rice 9.83 up 5 cents. And cocoa torres 8.12 down 56. Live cattle 103.375 up 1/4. Lean ox 47.075 up 625,000 point. And FT cattle 127.90 up $101.05. Okay, take a look at New England alerts in Bangor, Maine, and Engine 6, Rescue 6, and Motivated Club, Motorcycle accident, serious injuries in Broadway, Bangor, Maine is closed. Alright, take a look at some sports news. Tonight, the Boston Red Sox will be taking on the New York Yankees, second of the 3-game series, in which the Sox can win, they'll clinch the AL East, and or Toronto loses, then the Sox will clinch the AL East too. And the Norton Lancers boys soccer team will square off against Westwood Wolverines. Cross country has a game against Midfield, and volleyball has got a game against Hopkinton. All at Norton High School. Elsewhere, you picked up Ron Fitzpatrick also probably Simon Jets and Cardinal friends recap. Colin Kaepernick is obviously skinnier now than he was during the past years. It says 49 a strong quarterback, but August he claimed he had lost weight. Phil Mickelson told the story of his Doom 4-ball match alongside Tiger Woods at the Red Cup 2004. And New York has mentioned that any player in the Red Sox clubhouse, David Price needed to do some post-game revelry here Tuesday night. Peter Cello News Time, 12:10 on this Wednesday afternoon. Time now for a traveling and transit report. Beep! Let's start and imitate where the ferries they are. Looking good on the subway system. Red on Ashbound Brent Station, northbound lanes the disabled train at 7 Hill. Southbound Ashbound Station model lanes the disabled bus. And on the Khmer Rail, due to final preparation open at New Wachusett Station, Fitchburg trains 412, 414, 420, and 424 may experience delays of 5 to 15 minutes. Normal boarders resumed at Wellesley Farm Park Freeman stations. Please board Franklin train 718 at the low level platform at Franklin Bench side of the Reedville station until further notice. And due to signal issue, a train westbound and Needham Junction, Needham trains may experience 5 to 10 minute delay. And ferries they are looking good. Alright, Harvard's and Bowies and New England on this Wednesday afternoon, looking at Connecticut, 95 southbound side, back to the Old Saybrook, 84 eastbound side, also before the Connecticut border in east central New York State, Route 2 and the 9 and the northbound side back on the Middletown stretch, 91 and southbound side back to from 291 and 57 in Springfield, Mass barrier change to 91 in Chickabee, it's a little slow, New York State 3, a little slow on the northbound side around 912 M. Route 2 and the eastbound side, it is backed up around the Devon stretch. Howard's and Bowies of Rhode Island are looking good. That's at 99, the northbound side, little slow around Route 122 in Woonsocket. 195 is looking good after that accident in Westport that claimed a fatality. 134 eastbound side, Route 16 eastbound side, little slow after Route 134. Then it's 600 the south westbound side, it did slow from Center all the way at the Sagamore Bridge. So this expressway southbound side back to the Mass back there. Dorchester, Route 3 southbound side is backed up around 120 Burlington. 120 both ends backed up around Burlington stretch. Up in Southern New Hampshire, it's looking good, except on a 95 on the southbound side, little slow. Route 101 at Hampton Tolls in New Hampshire. Falmouth Ferry, Maine, it's a little slow after 295, headed towards the main turnpike up in Portland. 95, 295 on the northbound side, back to the main turnpike in Gardner, Maine. And Interstate 8789 on the southbound side, a little slow in upstate New York, Vermont, after the Canadian border. And the New York State Freeway, it's a little slow around the New York stretch, and Route 190 southbound side is slow after the Canadian border up in Niagara Falls, New York. Peter Cello News Time, 12:12 on this Wednesday afternoon, and it's time now for a weather report. Current conditions here in North Massachusetts at 60 degrees with a dew point about 58%, 58 degrees, humidity 94%, barometer 3.17 inches. And now it's up to 60 degrees. Alright, look at the current conditions around the region. 57 degrees out in Boston. It's 55 out in Beverly. And in Bedford, it's 57 in Fitchburg. 52 out of Worcester. 57 in Norwood. 61 in Taunton. 63 in Bedford. It's 59 in Plymouth. 61 in Provincetown and Falmouth. It's 63 out in Chatham and in Martha's Vineyard. 61 in Nantucket. It's 59 in Providence. 61 in Quonset. 63 in Blocktown and in Montauk, New York. It's 66 in New York City. 66 in Islip. 70 in New York City. 66 in Bridgeport and New Haven. It's 61 in Denver, 59 out in Waterbury, 64 in Meriden and Hartford and Woodlock, 61 in Springfield, it's 55 out in Orange, 61 in North Massachusetts, 57 in Pittsfield, 63 in Albany, 66 out in Surrey Springs, it's 63 in Rutland and Bennington, Brattleboro, Vermont, 59, 11 in New Hampshire, it's 57 in Keene, Hampshire, 54 in Chatham, Hampshire, 55 in Nashua and Manchester, Hampshire, 56 in Portsmouth, Hampshire, 54 in Port Maine, 57 in Concord, Hampshire, and 54 degrees at Laconia, New Hampshire. Okay, looking at service map around the country shows the station front switching from Oregon, switching down to Iowa, Idaho, merging with the coast front from Montana, merging with the station front from South Dakota, Nebraska, merging with the coast front from Nebraska, down for the Missouri Valley, and up in the western Indiana with a low pressure right in Indiana, and a pink front switching from Indiana down from West Michigan, and up in the northeastern Wisconsin around Green Bay, with low pressure around Green Bay, Wisconsin. And pink station front from North Dakota, stretching up in the Manitoba, frontline stretching to down in Minnesota, and another frontline low pressure down for the California coast, another frontline from the Gulf of California, and a frontline off the northeastern Mexican coast. And we got frontline stretching off the Bahamas and stretching off the North Carolina coast with a low pressure off the North Carolina coast and a warm front at the sea. A cold front stretching the Gulf States, measured a safety front from Georgia, stretching up and down the Atlantic seaboard and out from the Nova Scotia coast, with a low pressure right in Alabama. High pressure ridges from the Rockies down from Mexico, and have a high pressure ridge in Alberta and down in southeastern portions of Manitoba. 60 degrees at temperature right now in Detroit. It's 65 in Pittsburgh, 66 in Washington, D.C., 75 in Atlanta, Georgia. It's 85 in Miami, Fort 74 in Brownsville, Texas, 71 in Dallas, Texas. It's 58 out in Kansas City, 56 in Chicago, Minneapolis, St. Paul, 53 in Omaha, Nebraska, 45 degrees in Great Falls, Montana, 53 in Seattle, 57 in San Francisco, 74 in Los Angeles, it's 72 in Las Vegas, it's 61 in Salt Lake City, Utah, 78 in Phoenix, Arizona, 63 degrees out in Denver, Colorado, and 58 degrees out in Albuquerque, Mexico. Alright, let's take a look at the radar picture around the country. And the radar shows a line of showers and storms switch from eastern Maryland down for Delaware and then for southern New Jersey. A line of rain showers switching off the Nantucket coast and then off the Jersey Shore. A line of rain showers switching off the coast of Nova Scotia and patchy rain showers around the eastern portion of Nova Scotia. And seeing the lines of showers and storms switching from southeastern Illinois down for southern Indiana, down for northern Kentucky, and switching down from central Ohio, switching from southern Ohio down for between Toledo, Cleveland, and around the Detroit area. And a line of rain showers around Indiana and a little line of rain showers switching around the Skyway from Gary, Indiana up to Chicago and switching off the Milwaukee and down the western portions of Michigan. And lines of rain showers and storms from western Florida coast stretching down off the northeast Mexican coast. Patchy rain showers from Arizona down for southern Nevada and down for east central portion of California. And a line of rain showers from Washington State down for southeastern portion of British Columbia. And a line of rain showers in the southeastern portions of Alaska. Patchy rain showers around the eastern portions of Quebec. Alright. Looking at the satellite loop, and it shows a line of clouds coming over to much of the Mid-Atlantic states and around southern New York. Patchy clouds around western New England and around much of the New England coast. A line of clouds coming over to much of the Great Lakes and patchy clouds from Iowa down to Minnesota and a patchy clouds around western Ontario and a line of clouds coming to much of the Gulf states and then down to southern Georgia and a line of clouds from north central Mexico and then up in the Arizona, western New Mexico, and down for southern Nevada and southwestern Utah and east central portions of California, and a line of clouds from Washington State, stretching down for the southern British Columbia, down for western Saskatchewan. A line of clouds coming to much of Mexico. Alright, that's the latest on Tropical Storm Matthew. Sail location 13.4 in the north, 60.7 in the west, mass sustained winds at 60 miles an hour, and moment west at 21 miles an hour. And the public advisory shows tropical storm Matthew forms in the Windward Islands. And tropical storm warning is effect for the French islands of Guadeloupe and Martinique. The governor of Barbados has issued a tropical storm warning for Barbados, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadine Islands. The governor of St. Lucia has issued a tropical storm warning for St. Lucia, and tropical storm warning is in effect for Guadeloupe and Martinique, St. Lucia, Dominica, Barbados, St. Vincent, and the Grenadine Islands. Interested in the air, Krakow, everyone elsewhere in the lesser Antilles should monitor the progress of Matthew. And for storm information specific to your area, please monitor the products issued by a National Meteorological Service. At 11 a.m. at Atlantic Standard Time, the tropical storm Matthew is located near latitude 13.4 to the north, longitude 16.7 in the west. Matthew is moving toward the west near 21 miles and westward motion will be 7 degrees and forward speed is expected during the next couple of days. And on the forecast track, Center Matthew will be moving toward the Windward Islands during the next couple of hours and they move at a decent Caribbean Sea Friday. And reports on an Air Force Hurricane Hunter and it can indicate that the maximum is the same with under 60 miles an hour gust and gradual strengthening forecast trend in the next couple of days. Manfred could become a hurricane by Friday. Charleston reports winds that upwards up to 2 and 5 miles, probably to the northeast of the center, and it's minimum central pressure 1,008 millibars. Wind Charleston conditions are expected to spread over the 7 leeward islands and northward windward islands within the next few hours and continue in the evening. Rainfall. Memphis is expected to produce total rainfall accumulations of 4 to 8 inches across the windward islands and 7 portions of the leeward islands Friday, Thursday. These rains may produce light flooding and flash floods and mudslides. Rainfall totals of 1 to 2 inches are expected to further north of into the northern leeward islands, including the United States and the Virgin Islands of Puerto Rico. And disoriented showers and thunderstorms along the coast for western Gulf of Mexico associated with a weak low pressure near Temple, Mexico. The lowest forecast to move inland and later today tonight. Significant development in the system and not expected. Formation chance 4 hours. Low 10% formation chance 5 days. Low 10%. Alright, let's take a look at forecast discussion. A stalled front stop in New England and keep the threat of showers about this evening, mainly on the coast. Onshore winds may also bring a patchy drizzle to fog for tonight. A cooling until the pattern will produce in the weekend before a slow movement early next week. No major change in the forecast at the time. Onshore flow will continue to persist for today. All the radar is not showing it. Drizzle is developing along the Massachusetts East Coast per latest webcams. Have increased the drizzle word in this morning and expanded well in the afternoon hours. Fog could develop late this afternoon as well. Something to watch over the next few hours. Okay, looking at the weather headlines. This may an unsettled stretch. It's going to be typical fall weather, and watch Matthew. Expected today's highs for Northern New England, 57 to 67 degrees. Southern New England expecting 58 to 69 degrees. Tonight's lows for Northern New England, 40 to 50 degrees. Southern New England, 50 to 55 degrees. And tomorrow's highs, 58 to 66 degrees. Okay, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For today, we're going to have some. This afternoon, check the drizzle, mainly after 2 p.m. Petrified before 1 p.m. was Cascade about 60 degrees. North is about 10 miles an hour. Gust is high, 24 miles an hour. For tonight, patch the drizzle to check showers. Cascade about 52 degrees. North is about 10 miles an hour. Gust is high, 25 miles an hour. Chesapeake 30%. New business amounts less 10 minutes possible. Thursday. Slight change of showers. Most Cascade about 62 degrees. North is about 8 to 10 miles. Gust is high, 20 miles an hour. Chesapeake 20%. For tonight, check your showers. Cascade about 53 degrees. North is about 9 to 11 miles. Gust is high, 21 miles an hour. Chesapeake 40%. New business amounts less than 10 minutes possible. Friday, showers likely. Cascade about 60 to about 54 degrees. North is about 14 miles an hour. Chesapeake 6%. Saturday, showers likely. Light skies about 64 to about 54 degrees. Chesapeake 6%. Sunday, check your showers. Most skies about 67 to about 53 degrees. Chesapeake 45%. Monday, most skies about 68 to about 51 degrees. And for Tuesday, most skies about 66 degrees. Pairs with a phrase of the day. An overcast day with drizzle at times. Viewers, so be a good afternoon, good positive tune, and a good day.